Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be a interesting slash short video, and the reason is Gamescom is over, and yeah, I know mostly of the focus would be on the PvP, but I can't say anything else than I'm mostly underwhelmed about it. Now let me be realistic and honest about it, and maybe you can understand me. What is essentially new? Like it or not, the Ubisoft presentation, like all the Ubisoft bring except the show floor, and I hope by God there was a demo in the show floor. It goes less than 11 or 12 minutes, 3 videos, behind the scenes, more quote unquote long breakdown, and the trailer than we had on the Inside Xbox. Now, before anyone goes again saying that I'm not qualified to talk about the PvP, I'm not talking about the PvP in general mostly. I'm literally talking about how underwhelming was this. First, I have to say the dependence that Ubisoft have on the influencer right now, because most of the gameplay that we have is not from Ubisoft itself, and that's kind of strange. Not only that, but there is nothing. And to be fully honest, I'm not talking about only Gamescom. Maybe in PAX East we're gonna have something, but I don't think that will be the case. The reality is, again, where is information about this game? In theory, we have one ally faction that still was not revealed. In theory, we know we have the inventory system, who still one of the cause then it is one of the biggest cause of fighting on the community. The loot, the grind, the perks on the weapons, on the gear. We don't know how cosmetic drops gonna work. We don't know how if we want to have the quote unquote best character in the end, we would be forced to wear a cowboy hat. We don't know a lot, and the community is talking. Then we again don't know a lot. September is, well, almost here. I'm recording this on the 28th, so it's not that big of a leap. Not only that, but fuck, look at it. I'm tempting on to see if I not receive the code to pre-order the game just to get the beta, and if it's not to my liking, get a refund. But even that, I don't know. This game still has a lot of doubt, and that's the problem. The lack of information is strange, and I'm mostly seeing that if you look, for example, to any Ubisoft release. They normally shower us with trailers, cinematics, gameplay, like 30-minute gameplay review of 1, 2, 3 missions. And in a game that in theory is such an open world, such a free game, the fact that you're not showing us almost nothing. Not only that, but normally we do have a very reasonable story summary. We even have a couple of beats from the story itself on the game. Right now, we don't. And interesting enough, that is a conflicted feeling to me, because part of me enjoyed the discovery aspect, not have everything spoiled to me before I play. But in a game that I'm 100% cautious about it, this is not a good feeling I'm seeing. For example, I am fairly okay not having almost anything or understanding anything about Elder Rings or Sekiro when I pick it up. But I knew the mechanic, I knew the game itself. I knew the game would be a more stealth focus, balance over one weapon, and all of that. Because that was mostly what the game showed. The game, they said that their focus would be the prosthetic, and that was what they focus on. While here, there's so much questions and so little of communication between the developer and the community. Because of that, the community jumping on conclusions, on assumptions and conclusions left and right. I don't know. This is one of the games that does feel a little bit strange. I don't know if simply it's because Ubisoft don't have the trust on the title. Because of this, they are doing that. They are more slowing. They are not investing so much on the marketing. Because really, just look at it. They are investing a quite bit. That's not a denial. Flying off people from wherever the fuck to Paris, to LA, to demo the game is a very expensive move, but in the end, we don't see much. And even the people who got flown there, they signed NDAs. And their information was not that great. Hell, the biggest break we got most likely was the IGN. And hell, there is even bigger fears right now. There is this image. I'm gonna try to find it again. I don't know if I will be able, but there is this image. It shows then the rifle, the assault rifle on the gunsmith. You cannot change the stock or the barrel. Hell, I know we were talking about a build there was for Ghost War, but does that gonna translate from PvE? Well, we want a better gunsmith, not a worst. We don't want to have less features. Fuck! Call of Duty has a better gunsmith than Ghost Recon. And this is sad. Maybe I'm still... Look, I'm gonna fully admit it. I passed through all the steps, from anger, bargaining, guilt, doubt, all of those, and I finally arrive on... In the end, I accept this for what it is. It's a gigantic chance that this game is not for me. And maybe that's fine. But it's sad then for how excited I was for a game that really... It does hit almost all the beats that I want to hit. But in the end, it fails so fucking far. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I see you guys next episode for whatever it brings. Probably more Sigma Fury because it's the only fucking thing that I'm playing nowadays. Thank you for watching and see you next time, I hope.